From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Friday morning. Lots of active weather to talk about this morning. Chance of freezing rain in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys before 7 a.m. The wind gust going to be a big problem for today, tonight, tomorrow, spanning anywhere between 40 to 55 miles per hour. And yes, this is not a typo. We could have over 10 inches of rain, not snow, but over 10 inches of rain in the Cascades over the next 7 days. So there will be that threat, a very real threat for localized flooding. But for now, we're going to focus in on point number one, the potential for freezing rain in the valleys before 7 a.m. You're seeing some light rainfall right now sweeping through the region, and it looks like our radar algorithm is keeping this as rain for now. Road conditions are also just, it's just wet pavement right now up and down the Yakima Valley, and the temperatures in the valley are still technically above freezing, so that's good news. We want to continue to see that. But as we take you down to the blues, Oregon 204 at Tollgate, there are chain requirements for milepost 10 to 39 as there is packed snow on the road, so take it slow if you're headed down that way. Something else that we have in the forecast, fog, a little bit of patchy fog for this morning. I'll talk about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a community in Kennewick shaken this morning after a teen was found shot outside of an apartment complex. We'll let you know what detectives have uncovered after hours on the scene. Details on the investigation coming up. Plus, once again, no class in Moses Lake. We have the latest on the strike and what families need to know as the work stoppage officially hits the 1-week mark. And from budget fears to new stability, Sunnyside leaders share how the city climbed out of a projected deficit from the pool to the senior center. We'll tell you what this means for community programs. These stories and more are straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us and joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott. Jessica has the morning off. We want to begin this morning with continuing coverage out of Moses Lake as once again, students will not be going to class as the work stoppage continues. Moses Lake School District saying all school buildings will remain closed. The district office is open normal hours, weekdays 7:30 to 4:30, and there will be free breakfast and lunch continued to be served and provided for students. Pick up daily from 11 to 12 at elementary schools. The district also says it's working with mediators and expects to share a new proposal with teachers soon, with updates posted online for the community. Again, no school once again hitting the 1-week mark in Moses Lake, where classes have been canceled due to the strike. 5:03 turning now to a crime alert and a heartbreaking scene out of Kennewick after a 16-year-old boy was found shot and killed Wednesday night. It all happened at the Heatherstone apartment complex on West 10th Avenue. Kennewick police saying just before 7:30 Wednesday night, officers rushed to the 1100 block of West 10th Avenue after getting reports of shots being fired. Now, when they got there, they found the teen who had been shot. Officers tried to save him, but unfortunately, he passed away. Detectives then spent the rest of the night talking with neighbors, collecting evidence, and trying to figure out what led up to that shooting. Right now, they are counting on the community to help fill in some of those gaps.
If, they have firsthand knowledge of the incident, please contact non-emergency dispatch or the KPD tips line if they have any information. Other than that, like I said, we believe it's a target incident, so it wasn't random.
Police say that the boy's family, has been notified. They also tell us that they don't believe that there is any public safety issue surrounding this. Kennewick police say they can't say if they have any suspects identified, but they are following a number of leads. Another crime alert, this one out of Ellensburg, where police say a 2023 jewelry store burglary has now led to a prison sentence. Officers say suspects rammed a stolen car into the store, causing about $16,000 in damage, and then stealing more than $30,000 in jewelry before the alarm scared them off. Well, detectives were able to use DNA, video, and phone records to identify the suspects. And just last month, 39-year-old Gary Moyer of Port Orchard took a plea deal and was sentenced to 65 months in prison. Another suspect still awaiting trial. 5:05 taking you to Yakima now, where residents can meet the final two candidates for airport director on Monday. The city announcing just yesterday that it is hosting an open house on December 8th from 10 to 11 a.m. at the Yakima Airport office. The finalists are Robert Jacobs, a veteran airport operations manager from Memphis, and Christopher Hopkins, who has worked in airport security and aviation management nationwide. Both will also interview with city leaders, and the city manager expects to make a hiring decision soon. News out of Walla Walla, where the Walla Walla Alliance for the Homeless say its sleep center continues to see high demand every night as services expand across the community. Speaking at a city council work session on Monday, Alliance leaders sharing that the nonprofit, which has operated the sleep center for nearly a decade, currently serves about 70 people each night. The sleep center has now supported nearly 1,000 individuals since opening. Officials say volunteer hours and strong city partnership remain key to keeping the program running. The center recently expanded with new shelter units, laundry access, and a dog run. Leaders say nightly capacity shifts depending on whether units are used by individuals or couples.
Or what we would consider full every night. What changes is how many couples we might be serving, because a hut could be for an individual or it could potentially be for a couple. So that number will vary based on how many kind of dual occupancies we might have.
Now, the Alliance says it will continue expanding services as funding allows to meet growing community needs. 6:06, following up on a story out of Sunnyside, where we're bringing you an update on a story that's held the community's attention, the critical upcoming city budget. What's the future for beloved local services? From talks of tough cuts to glimmers of hope, this is a story about challenges, community voices, and a city fighting to keep its pool and community center along with its senior center. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia has a closer look at where Sunnyside stands now and what lies ahead.
Julia Hart, Sunnyside council member, shares an optimistic turn in the city's financial journey. Once staring down a $2 million deficit, then $1 million, the city has now found new footing thanks to a $1 million investment fund maturing in March.
I'm not in a deficit. I think it feels wonderful, I got to tell you, because you start off, you're just anxious as all get out. You can't really sleep. The only thing you think about is, okay, is this going to come in, and is this going to come in, and can we do this? And to move money around to the different, we have to do it legally. It has to go to the right place.
What does this mean for the city's community pool? It will remain open, but on a new shortened schedule.
On a new schedule, a shortened schedule. So maybe it'll be open 3-4 days. It'll have to actually be open 5 days a week for the swim team because they practice every day. And it has to be open for when we have meets in town. So it has to be open for that. But it'll also be open for like the swim lessons and for the community use for family time swims.
Good news also comes for the senior center. No cuts there either.
Because the only thing everything there is either contracted, which pays to the city, or it's volunteered. So we don't really cost the city a lot of money other than maintenance and utilities.
The dispatch center cuts are also off the table. Plans for outsourcing have been halted after careful financial review.
They went back to the drawing board. They went back to the coffers and looked at them again. And actually, one of the big things that they did is they had to scrape a little from here to put it into, with the reduction of staff at City Hall, the freeze on hiring, except for the lifeguards and so forth. They were able to scrape together enough money.
Councilmember Hart emphasizes the vital role the community played in shaping this budget.
It helps that the community let us know what they want and what they expect us to provide for them. And they've been very vocal about that. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You tell us what you want, we'll see how we can get it. And so that's a good thing. So I'm feeling pretty confident, much calmer. Much calmer about going into 2026.
One final adjustment to note, the sunset utilities tax of 5%, which was set to expire in December, will now remain due to rising costs in essential services like sewer, trash, and water. To accommodate this, the pool funding that was attached to this tax will be removed instead. Looking ahead, the city's community center is still a question mark, awaiting legislative funding or donations to remain fully operational. Reporting in Sunnyside, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
And the budget will be officially finalized at the last city council meeting of the year, which will be held December 15th. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, a tense and chaotic CDC advisory meeting over newborn vaccinations, with experts clashing over data, timing, and safety. What this debate could mean for parents as the panel weighs its next move. That's coming up after the break. And at 10 minutes after 5, we are giving you a live look outside from our dust levels camera in Pasco. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth is back after the break with a look at your first alert forecast on this Friday and what you can expect as you head out the door this morning.
I've got 2 words for you. Jack Pack. All my faves for just $6 with your choice between 2 delicious sandwiches. My work here is done. Get my $6 Jack Pack or my munchies under $4. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Christmas is coming to Pasco. Join us Saturday, December 13th as Peanuts Park transforms into a winter wonderland for Winterfest from 3 to 6 p.m. Enjoy holiday music, crafts, kids games, tasty treats, and a visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus. Before 5, we'll draw the scavenger hunt grand prize winner. Then gather as we light Pasco's heritage Christmas tree to kick off the season. Winterfest, December 13th at Peanuts Park, presented by the City of Pasco.
Do you feel down or moody during winter months? You could be suffering from seasonal affective disorder. Find ways to keep your attitude healthy at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Seasonal Affective Disorder Month, sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
You know you want a burger, so make it my Smash Jack. Rated the best burger in fast food. It's even got more beef than a Big Mac. Chin up, Ronald. Maybe you'll get a participation trophy. My Smash Jack combos are still on top. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Friday, December 12th.
This was the biggest challenge any of us have ever done.
Don't miss an ABC sneak peek of the Disney Plus docuseries, The End of an Era, a special ABC preview Friday, December 12th, and stream it all on Disney Plus.
Seattle Kraken Hockey, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is not a December morning in the Northwest without talking about a little bit of fog, and that's exactly what we have on the map. So let's go ahead and show it to you. Looks like it's mainly in the foothills and trying to get into the Kittitas Valley. Obviously some much worse visibility up in the mountains, but that's where things stand for now. Where fog does develop this morning, it's probably going to lift by 10 to 11 a.m. And I'm not ruling out fog impacting the lower Columbia Basin later this morning. So we'll see how it all ends up panning out. Here's your hourly forecast for this Friday in the Tri-Cities, and you see temperatures going to be up into the mid-40s, and we'll have chances for rain for today, although it's looking like it's going to be a drier day in comparison to yesterday. So for today, for lower elevations, going to be into the 40s and 50s, noticeably warmer out there thanks to the warm front that is currently passing us, and that's doing a couple different things to our weather. Number one, it's, of course, keeping us warmer, as we'll be about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. And we're going to keep it in that territory over the next 7 days. In fact, could maybe flirt with 60 degrees in the Tri-Cities by Tuesday. So that's the first thing the warm front's doing to our weather. The second thing that it's doing is that it's picking up winds, big time wind gusts for today, tonight, and for tomorrow. I'll time those out and I'll tell you just how strong they could be. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. At 5:14 now in your health news this morning, a panel of vaccine advisors to the CDC has delayed a crucial vote that would change guidelines on when to give the hepatitis B vaccine to babies. The vote's now expected to happen this morning. The delay in a decision comes after an hours-long meeting filled with what some advisors describe as misinformation and conflict. The panel decided to delay the vote by a day because there was confusion on the language that they were voting on. Jen Sullivan recaps what happened at Thursday's meeting and the controversy surrounding the discussion.
We absolutely have not reached consensus.
You have said we have reached consensus.
A chaotic meeting Thursday among members of the Vaccine Advisory Panel for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The meeting centered around the hepatitis B vaccine and whether it should be given to newborn babies even if the mother tests negative or their status is unknown.
And there's broad agreement that hepatitis B is a serious health threat with serious outcomes. That's not up for debate.
What was up for debate was if additional data is needed on whether the vaccine should be delayed and the dose. The Vaccine Advisory Panel is made up of members handpicked by U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a longtime anti-vaccine activist.
You know that the decisions that they're going to be making are not science-based.
Vaccinating all newborns against hepatitis B was first recommended in 1991. Since then, hepatitis infections among infants and children have dropped 99%, from an estimated 16,000 to less than 20, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics. A recent article from the AAP states while universal screening of pregnant people is helpful, it does not identify all infected mothers. They went on to write, evidence shows the vaccine is safe. But some worry this latest debate will create further confusion.
It has already sowed unneeded anxiety, confusion, questioning, and concerns in American families who are trying to make the best decision for their children.
I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Now today, the panel will also discuss ingredients and timing for vaccines on the childhood schedule. We'll keep you updated. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, checking back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth after the break as we give you a live look outside from the Dust Devils camera in Pasco. He is going to break down your full first alert forecast to let you know what we can expect not just today, but through the weekend and into the start of next week. We're back after the break.
Too much turkey? Cut the calories and shop the extended Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row. Find huge savings store-wide. And the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus 60 months no-interest financing. The extended Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist, Dr. Tegan Goodell, is now caring for patients in Prosser and Walla Walla. Dr. Goodell provides advanced care in orthopedic surgery and sports medicine injuries, including surgery of the shoulder, elbow, knee, and ankle. Get back to doing what you love. Call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Is it cold outside? Chuck here from Pizza Speedway in Kennewick. Swing by and grab hot pizza in minutes. Right now, buy one pizza, get one free of equal or lesser value. Limit one per customer. With this deal, you can get 2 large pizzas for $17 plus tax. Call ahead or walk in to order. Then cruise the drive-thru or step inside to pick up. Just mention this ad for the discount. Cozy up with a slice and a flavored energy drink or soda infusion. Visit us today at 525 North Edison in Kennewick. Pizza Speedway. Dinner in a flash.
Apple Valley News Now is West Richland.
Apple Valley News Now is Boardman.
Apple Valley News Now is Sunnyside.
Apple Valley News Now is Union Gap.
Our broadcast center may be in Kennewick, but Apple Valley News Now is everywhere.
From the Blues in the east to the Cascades in the west, one television station is everywhere you want us to be, leading the way with local news you trust. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
We are on your side.
The Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. And for a limited time, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend, plus 60 months no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Kraken, Red Wings. Coverage begins at 7 Saturday on MeTV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. All right, we got some big time wind gusts in the forecast for today, tonight, tomorrow. Less so for tomorrow night, but let's go ahead and show you how it all pans out. All right, so for today, the strongest gust going to be in the lower Columbia Basin and in the Blue Foothills, 40 to 45 miles per hour, at least for lower elevations. And then for tonight, this is probably going to be the strongest time frame. All of us into that 40 to 50 mile per hour range. 50 miles per hour for the Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Pendleton, Walla Walla. 40 to 45 miles per hour for Ellensburg and Yakima. 55 miles per hour for US 97 at Salinas Pass. Then for Saturday, maybe the winds are going to be a touch lighter, but still between 40 to 45 miles per hour for the Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Pendleton, Walla Walla, and for Ellensburg as well. So if you have Christmas decorations outdoors, be sure to bring them inside or tie them down at the very least. By Saturday night, still gusts anywhere between 20 to 30 miles per hour, but at this point, the strongest wind gusts will be in our rearview mirror. Okay, now let's pivot to another big time impact with our weather. The potential for flooding in the Cascades over the next 7 days. So first, let's time out the next 48 hours with Futurecast radar, give a little bit of context here. So many rounds of rainfall for this morning. Looks like we'll trend a little bit drier as we head into the evening. And then for Saturday, looks like the Cascades going to capture the bulk of this moisture, and lower elevations are going to be mostly dry, emphasis on the word mostly. And so that would be valid for Saturday. Then into Sunday morning, you can see that rain chance is going to start to pick back up as we head into the rest of the day on Sunday. So here's some of the rainfall totals over the next 48 hours. Around 1.5 inches to 2 inches of liquid water in the Cascades. And then watch what happens when we add on the rest of these totals. 4 a.m. on Sunday to 4 a.m. next Friday. Maybe 10 inches of rainfall in the Cascades. So we could definitely have some localized flooding in and around some of those smaller streams and around some of those fresh burn scars. You think about the Wildcat Fire, the Labor Mountain Fire, the Retreat Fire. So we will certainly be watching all that very closely. Then just for good measure, rain chances in the Yakima Valley. You see, they're just going to keep on keeping on in the next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Damp and gusty today, then winds really ramp up tonight into tomorrow. In Yakima, freezing rain possible before 7 a.m. Then many rain chances lined up after that. In Ellensburg, big time wind gusts tonight and tomorrow, then staying wet with highs in the mid-40s. For Hermiston, windy Friday and Saturday, then leftover breezes as rain chances stay steady. And finally, for Walla Walla, wet and windy for the next couple days, although a trend drier for Saturday, and that trend reverses by Sunday.
That's a lot of rain.
Yeah, it is. 10 inches of rain in the Cascades over the next week. I've only been in the Pacific Northwest for, we'll round up, we'll say 5 years. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that yet.
That's a lot of rain.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes me tired.
It makes me tired forecasting.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, you're busy.
Yeah, but then just like being in the gray and the damp weather, it just kind of it takes some energy out of you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But you said tomorrow morning it should be.
Should be good. Saturday's looking windy, but it's looking mostly sunny for the Tri-Cities. So.
Okay, that's what I'm banking on.
Yeah.
We've got the downtown Kennewick Christmas parade tomorrow. We don't want it to rain on our parade.
Literally.
Yeah. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. From Hollywood history to a GameStop payday, the Jonas Brothers hit a major milestone on their 20-year journey. And one lucky gamer just turned a Pokemon card into a small fortune. Details on that coming up in your entertainment headlines.
If you have an injury claim and are considering a settlement with the insurance company, make sure you're compensated for every element of damage you're entitled to. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Welcome to KVH Orthopedics, now in our newly renovated space that's modern and welcoming, with appointments available when you need them. Our state-of-the-art facility and advanced technology provide expert diagnostic and surgical care. Our team is with you every step of the way, helping you get back to the life you love. Experience the next level of orthopedic care at KVH. Schedule your appointment today. Kittitas Valley Healthcare, your home for health.
Celebrate the season at Queensgate Gardens. Fresh trees, wreaths, poinsettias, ornaments, and perfect gifts. Meet bilingual Papa Noel every Thursday night and Santa all weekend. Papa Noel nos visita los jueves. Queensgate Gardens in Richland, where Christmas grows.
Christmas is coming to Pasco. Join us Saturday, December 13th as Peanuts Park transforms into a winter wonderland for Winterfest from 3 to 6 p.m. Enjoy holiday music, crafts, kids games, tasty treats, and a visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus. Before 5, we'll draw the scavenger hunt grand prize winner. Then gather as we light Pasco's heritage Christmas tree to kick off the season. Winterfest, December 13th at Peanuts Park, presented by the City of Pasco.
Plan your commute around this dreary Monday morning.
Absolutely electric tonight.
Wait! Go, go, go!
Yeah! Welcome back to what should be a thrilling second half.
Eagles, Chargers, Monday Night Football at 5 on Apple Valley News Now.
Twist the month before gifting. Garage piled high. Houses were bursting. Time to let clutter fly. The Habitat Store wish list is merry and clear. Our shelves need your treasures as holidays near. Make room for the new by sharing the old. Clean, sell-ready items, tidy and bold. We turn good tidings to homes built with grace. For local families to find a safe place. Drop off in Richland, all items lovely and bright. Or call for free pickup and fill our wish list tonight.
If you have an injury claim and are considering a settlement with the insurance company, make sure you're compensated for every element of damage you're entitled to. This holiday message is brought to you by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Fly the Northwest with the ladies of WSU Crew, Tuesday at 6.
Welcome back, 5:26. In your entertainment headlines this morning, the Jonas Brothers celebrated 20 years together with one of Hollywood's biggest honors.
Kevin, Joe, and Nick Jonas placed their handprints and footprints in cement at the TCL Chinese Theater, joining a tradition that dates back to 1927.
Yeah, the milestone comes as the trio promotes their new Disney Plus holiday film, A Very Jonas Christmas Movie, which is now streaming. The movie follows the brothers as they race from London to New York to make it home in time for Christmas.
It's been a landmark year for the group, with new singles, a sold-out anniversary tour, and tens of thousands of fans turning out for their first ever Jonas Con.
Oh, Jonas Con. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of much anticipated flicks, Scarlett Johansson may soon be taking a trip to Gotham City.
Two-time Oscar nominee is reportedly in talks to appear in The Batman Part 2 with Robert Pattinson starring in the title role. And hopefully it's not going to be 3 hours this time. Matt Reeves is set to direct the DC Studios film, which is expected to start shooting in early 2026. It could appear on the big screen the following fall.
The Batman came out in March 2022 and earned $772 million worldwide. I do love me some ScarJo.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what role she might be playing? Have you heard the tea on it? Because I don't.
I don't know. I don't know.
Catwoman?
No, that's
Batgirl?
That's Zoe Kravitz, right?
Oh,
Catwoman.
yeah, coming back as that? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what she's gonna be.
Scarlet Witch. Now it's and that's not even the right superhero universe, so but her name's Scarlet.
That's true. All right. Hey, in the gaming world, a GameStop customer has leveled up and is now $30,000 richer after trading in a rare Pokemon card.
Yeah, GameStop said the card was a PSA grade 10 Holo Gengar card. Of course.
Naturally. We all have them.
Yep. I'm a big Pokemon fan, can't you tell? And it was brought into a store in Grapevine, Texas on December 1st and had a fair market value of nearly $34,000.
Check your Pokemon cards. GameStop authenticated the card and paid the customer just over $30,000. The retailer said this is the most valuable single trade-in ever recorded in GameStop history.
Wow. Wow.
I don't even know what any of that means.
No.
What?
I'm not, if you're into Pokemon, I'm not hating on you. I was clowning on myself for not knowing how to pronounce that specific Pokemon.
I have no clue. I have no clue about hardly any of them at all.
But
I just know you have to catch them all.
How much did it, that was
30 grand.
30?
Do you have Pokemon cards?
No, but maybe I need to start.
Too late.
After that, yeah.
Too late. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. 7 years in the making and soon a first of its kind treatment center in the Tri-Cities. Coming up, we're going to talk about the community effort that made it possible and how it'll change access to care. Plus, a high-profile visit to Ice Harbor Dam. Coming up, a recap of what the U.S. Energy Secretary highlighted during his tour and why federal leaders say hydropower remains essential for the Northwest. It's all coming up in your 5:30 half hour right here on Good Morning Northwest. But first, here's your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, will Amazon send a breakup letter to the Postal Service? According to the Washington Post, the e-commerce giant may stop using the agency for deliveries and may build its own rival shipping network. Talks to continue their partnership have reportedly stalled. President Trump is giving the green light for Japan's K-trucks to be made and sold in the U.S. Trump says he authorized the transportation secretary to approve production of the tiny trucks he describes as really cute, but they'll need to iron out some regulations to move forward. Finally, Elon Musk says the latest version of Tesla's self-driving software allows owners to text while driving. Musk says it's allowed depending on the context of surrounding traffic. Only problem, texting while driving is illegal in just about every state. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Sophie Flay. Have a great day.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I unlatched Bevo's gate while taking a selfie. Bevo, no! Come back! Bevo! Checking Allstate first was really smart. Not checking Bevo's gate, though, not smart. Well, at least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Hook 'em.
Ah, mornings. Cough? Congestion?
All in one and done with Mucinex Kickstart.
Headache? Better.
Mucinex gives a morning jolt of instant cooling sensation. Also, try new Kickstart Severe Congestion and Cough.
Meet my bestie. National University supports all her Anns. With flexible online courses, she can be a student and an adventurer. She's an Ander. National University, supporting all your Anns.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Made it to Friday.
Yes, we did.
You've been pulling some doubles.
Yes.
You have another one tonight?
Yes. You'll see me tonight. Stay tuned for Apple Valley News Now. We have special editions, but you'll see this face.
All day long.
Yep.
Yeah.
JTV.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, but rain, that's the big talker that we're seeing headed into the weekend, right?
Maybe 10 inches of it for the Cascades.
That's so much.
Not for lower elevations. Yeah, we could see some localized flooding. And even before that, wind gusts, that's going to be the big thing that we'll have to deal with for today and tomorrow. So let's go ahead and take a look at those big weather stories. Also, the chance of some freezing rain in the valleys before 7 this morning. And of course, we were talking about the wind gusts for today and tomorrow, and then the potential for localized flooding up in the Cascades. But for now, we're going to focus in on point number 1, that potential for freezing rain in the valleys before 7 a.m., mainly in the Yakima Valley. You can see things drying out right now in the Yakima Valley. So if that trend continues, we're not going to have to deal with any freezing rain, but we are seeing some showers that are moving now into the Blue Foothills, and this is a rain-snow mix for I-84 at Cabbage Hill. And the temperatures right now in the Yakima Valley are technically above freezing, so that is also good news for road conditions there. But road conditions in the Blues, Oregon 204 at Tollgate, not looking too friendly as there are chain requirements and packed snow, but the chain requirements are for mileposts 10 through 39. Here are some of the snowfall totals we're expecting from this morning through 4 p.m. on Sunday. Maybe another 5 inches of snow for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, maybe another 3 to 4 inches of snow for White Pass and Blewett Pass. So we have that. Also a little bit of fog for this morning. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
morning, Josh. We begin this half hour with local living, where U.S. Energy Secretary Chris Wright toured Ice Harbor Dam just yesterday as a part of his multi-day visit to Washington. Trump administration says it's highlighting the importance of the lower Snake River dams and reversing federal policy Wright argues would have raised electricity costs. Secretary says his visit focuses on one message: keeping electricity affordable and reliable for millions across the Northwest.
The hydropower assets in Washington state in the Pacific Northwest are why you've got well below national average electricity prices here. Trump administration wants to do everything we can to keep it that way.
Now, the administration halted the previous Columbia River Basin policy earlier this year, calling it costly and harmful to ratepayers. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers says Ice Harbor Dam averages between 150 to 200 megawatts a day. Wright took a private tour of the dam, looking at recent upgrades, including fish passage systems designed to reduce environmental impacts. 5:35 and making a difference now. After several years of planning, the Columbia Valley Center for Recovery in Kennewick is nearing completion. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with officials from Benton and Franklin Recovery Coalition and about where the project stands and what the community can expect.
The Columbia Valley Center for Recovery has been 7 years in the making, and once open, it will become the Tri-City's first ever inpatient drug treatment center. Located on South Auburn Street in Kennewick, the facility is designed to fill a major gap in local addiction services, forcing people for years to travel long distances just to get help. The project began as a grassroots effort backed by Ben Franklin Recovery Coalition, fueled by millions in private community donations.
We have been without withdrawal management services within Benton and Franklin County for a number of years now. And so our community members who are in need of any type of social detox or withdrawal management or maybe residential services have had to go to out of county or out of state sometimes services.
He saw firsthand how difficult it was to place people into treatment during crisis situations, which is why this facility offering multiple levels of care under one roof is so significant.
It will have a 23-hour observation unit, a crisis stabilization unit, a secure withdrawal management, and residential services.
Coalition leaders tell me that this project is still intended to be complete by spring or early summer of next year. However, they tell me that they can't emphasize enough just how big of an impact that this project will make in filling a crucial need here in the community.
We're already working on phase 2, which will be recovery housing. And that will be a place where people who've completed treatment and don't have a safe place to go home to, maybe their relatives are also using drugs, maybe they don't have a home at all, and they will have a chance to go into transitional housing for up to 2 years.
Gerber says phase 3 is also on the horizon, aiming to support youth and adolescents struggling with addiction.
We hope to go to phase 3, which will be treatment for adolescents and children, because that's a terrible need in this state.
Coalition leaders tell me the goal of this project is to help break down barriers and help those seeking help and treatment to move forward. In Kennewick, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And now construction is expected to wrap up in February, with the center opening to patients in April. The coalition will also host a fundraising gala breakfast that same month. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, Sunnyside flipping the switch on holiday cheer, from a historic parade and tree lighting tonight to tractors and farm equipment glowing head to toe this weekend. Coming up, we'll show you how the entire city is lighting up for the season and how you can join in on the fun. We're talking community events after the break. And giving you a live look outside this morning, this one from our Central Washington outdoor camera at the rodeo grounds in Ellensburg. We'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth, talking about some fog and rainy conditions as we make our way into the weekend.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
This is your home for Kraken hockey. Every goal.
He scores!
Every save.
What a stop!
Every game.
That's hockey, baby!
Watch us defend the deep.
Kraken, Red Wings. Coverage begins at 7 Saturday on MeTV.
In a town by the lake on a crisp winter night, holiday lights sparkle, a beautiful sight. A cruise to the North Pole, cocoa in hand, a feeling of joy throughout the land. Fireworks bursting, the grand Christmas tree, rooms with treats for both you and me. One December, I just might proclaim, let's move Christmas to Coeur d'Alene.
Another Yakima winter is right around the corner. Call Vance Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today and take advantage of our Cozy Comfort Bundle. You'll get a furnace system check, as well as a whole home electrical inspection for just $116. This winter, don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Toyotathon is on! Discover holiday magic with a new Toyota. Take a 4Runner skiing.
Wow.
Sick. Pick out the perfect tree with the Tacoma.
Bingo.
Or find the best sledding spot with the Grand Highlander.
Whoa.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon. Oh, Santa got my letter.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Toyotathon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox this week. Pepsi brand bottled 6-packs are 2 for $8. Hickory Farms meat and cheese stick snacks are $4.99. 10-ounce Brown and Haley Rokas are also $4.99. Plus save in the bonus zone. Friskies 48-count canned cat food is just $31.99. 20 pounds of Audubon Park Songbird food is $10.99. Saving you more on everyday essentials and holiday favorites with the best employee-owned customer service only at Bi-Mart.
Next live, 2 words.
Clooney.
George Clooney from his new movie, Jay Kelly. Plus, Chef Paul Bartolotta is in the live kitchen.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Jessie J, that voice, she's had hit after hit. Now this morning on GMA.
I felt a lump and I said, oh, that doesn't feel right.
Her breast cancer diagnosis.
What were you thinking when you got that news, how everything is now?
And her long-awaited album. This morning on
Good Morning, America.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have a little bit of patchy fog out there for this morning because, of course we do, right? So we have some thick fog in the Blue Foothills trying to get into the Kittitas Valley. So far, so good for the Yakima Valley and for the Lower Columbia Basin, but we'll see how this evolves throughout the rest of this morning. I am saying that we could definitely see some fog eventually in the Yakima Valley and the Lower Columbia Basin, but for most spots, this is probably going to lift by 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Otherwise, here's your day planner for this Friday. We are going to see rain. It is going to be gray, it's going to be warmer, it's going to be windy, but it's not going to be as wet as it was for yesterday. Okay, and the reason why it's going to be warmer for today is because we have a warm front that is passing. So that's going to do a couple different things to our weather. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to raise our temperatures. As remember, yesterday we were about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. Now we're going to be about 5 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year, at least in the Yakima Valley. And then even warmer for Saturday as we'll be in the mid-50s. That's going to put us at about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. So not feeling very December-like out there, but hey, no complaints over here. Okay, the other thing that the warm front's going to do to our weather, it's going to pick up wind gusts. So I'll tell you just how strong they could be coming up in a few minutes.
All right, 5:42. Looking to community events now. The holidays, of course, are in full swing, and they're coming to Sunnyside this weekend, bringing some festive fun for the whole family.
And that starts tonight with the city's Kids Lighted Christmas Parade tree lighting at Centennial Square. Community members are invited for gifts, Santa, and holiday cheer as the parade and tree lighting kick off the season.
Saturday night, December 6th, the lights keep shining with the Sunnyside Lighted Farm Implement Parade. Tractors, combines, antique farm equipment, all adorned with thousands of Christmas lights, are going to roll through downtown for what many call the nation's oldest farm implement parade.
But it's the big main event that's my favorite, and I would encourage everyone to come out for that. I know our population with the visitors and everybody, it more than doubles in Sunnyside on parade night.
And before the parade, stop by the Sunnyside Christmas Market starting early Saturday for holiday gifts, local goods, and festive treats.
So much fun. There are so many things going on around the community this weekend, from Sunnyside to Tri-Cities. There's the lighted boat parade here along the Columbia. There's the downtown Kennewick Christmas parade. Santa's popping up everywhere.
Yeah, he is. I love the whole Christmas season, but especially the first week of December, that's when you really start to get into it. And in my hometown, that's when we had our Christmas parade as well. So I would be in full marching band gear and marching down the street.
Yeah.
And one year it was like 85 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
'Tis the season. Not here, though.
Not here, I know. I kind of wish it was.
Yeah, maybe just one day, just to get a nice shock to the system.
Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
So here we are. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning, and giving you that live look outside from our Central Washington outdoor camera at the rodeo grounds in Ellensburg. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth checking back in with us and your full first alert forecast after the break.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
You're invited to our Christmas light show.
Did you know Fred's Appliance has been family-owned locally since 1962? Come check out what's in stock and on sale. Score big on all GE appliances from your favorite brands like GE Cafe and GE Profile. Fred's is offering exclusive deals on all GE fridges, ranges, dishwashers, and so much more. We still have the largest selection of in-stock Get It Today inventory in the region, making us your smartest and most convenient choice.
More turkey than you can handle. Cut the calories and shop the extended Black Friday super sale at Furniture Row. That's more days to find huge savings on sofas, dining groups, beds, and mattresses. More days to shop special purchases. And best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. And decorating your entire home just got easier with 60 months, no interest financing. But hurry, the extended Black Friday super sale at Furniture Row ends Thursday.
The best gifts are at Macy's Friends and Family Sale with 30% off our best brands and 15% off beauty and fragrance. Or Star Rewards members can earn even more Star money on more top brands at Macy's Friends and Family, going on now.
These hands are working hands. My hands are the most important tools I have. You need to take care of them. That's where O'Keeffe's comes in.
It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief.
If it works for these hands, it'll work for yours.
Also, try O'Keeffe Skin Repair Body Creams.
'Tis the season for festive fun.
Yes!
On ABC and Apple Valley News Now.
Are you with me?
With the best lineup of holiday shows.
Let's spread some cheer!
Holiday Magic.
Merry Christmas to all.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
Eagles, Chargers, Monday Night Football at 5. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yep, the winds are going to be a big problem for today, tonight, and tomorrow. So for today, gusts anywhere between 40 to 45 miles per hour for the lower Columbia Basin and for the Blue Foothills. Then for tonight, this is going to be the strongest time frame. All of us getting into that 40 to 50 mile per hour range. You see 50 miles per hour for the Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Pendleton, Walla Walla, 40 to 45 miles per hour for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys, 55 miles per hour for US 97 at Salinas Pass. Then for Saturday, maybe just a touch lighter, but still gusts up around 40 to 45 miles per hour for the Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Pendleton, Walla Walla, and for Ellensburg. By Saturday night, still it's going to be a little breezy out there, but definitely we'll have the strongest winds in our rearview mirror. Okay, the other impact, really the other impact over the next week is going to be the rainfall we'll see in the Cascades. So first, let's time it out over the next 48 hours with Futurecast, okay? This morning, looks like we're starting to already dry things out in the Yakima Valley, the lower Columbia Basin, but another blast of rain closer to midday. And then we're looking much drier as we head into the afternoon and evening. But for Saturday, Looks like a bunch more rain and snow up in the Cascades. Cascades probably going to capture the bulk of this. But lower elevation is going to be mostly dry. Emphasis on the word mostly. Of course, you can track all the precip chances yourself by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app. You can see as we head into Sunday morning, this is when things are going to start to pick up across the map once again, and that's going to continue into the rest of the day for Sunday. Here's some of the rainfall totals we're expecting over the next 48 hours. Around 2 inches of rain for the Cascades. I want you to remember that number and add it to this number, because from 4 a.m. on Sunday to 4 a.m. of next Friday, we can maybe have another 10 inches of rain. So that could be 10 to 12 inches of rainfall in the Cascades over the next 7 days. We could definitely see some localized flooding, especially around smaller streams and those fresh burn scars, the Wildcat Fire, the Retreat Fire, the Labor Mountain Fire, and rain chances for lower elevations going to pick up again as we head into Sunday and beyond. So here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Damp and gusty today. Then winds really ramp up tonight into tomorrow. In Yakima, freezing rain possible before 7 a.m. Then many rain chances lined up after that. In Ellensburg, big time wind gusts tonight and tomorrow, then staying wet with highs in the mid-40s. For Hermiston, windy Friday and Saturday, then leftover breezes as rain chances stay steady. And finally, for Walla Walla, wet and windy for the next couple days, although we'll trend drier Saturday, and that trend reverses by Sunday.
Now, the morning sprint.
5:50, time for your morning sprint, starting with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning, as today marks a week since Moses Lake students have had class. School closed once again today as the district's work stoppage continues. All school buildings will remain closed. The district office will be open during regular business hours, weekdays 7:30 to 4:30. Free breakfast and lunch are still being offered, with daily pickups from 11 to noon at elementary schools. District leaders say that they're working with mediators and expect to present a new proposal to teachers soon. Updates for families can be found online. And Kennewick police are investigating a deadly shooting that left a 16-year-old boy dead Wednesday night. Officers were called to the Heatherstone Apartments just before 7:30 for reports of shots fired. When they got there, they found a teen who had been shot. They tried to save him, but unfortunately he passed away. Detectives then spent the rest of the night interviewing neighbors and gathering evidence to try to figure out what led up to the shooting. Police say the boy's family has been notified. They don't believe there's any danger to the public, but they're asking anyone with information to come forward as they continue their investigation. And Ellensburg police say a 2023 jewelry store burglary has now led to prison time. Investigators say the suspects rammed a stolen car into the business, causing about $16,000 in damage, and then stealing more than $30,000 in jewelry before getting scared off by the alarm. Detectives were able to use DNA, surveillance video, and phone records to identify the suspects. Just last month, 39-year-old Gary Moyer of Port Orchard took a plea deal and was sentenced to 65 months in prison. Another suspect is still awaiting trial. And Yakima is down to 2 finalists in its search for a new airport director, and the public will get to meet them on Monday. City's hosting an open house on December 8th from 10 to 11 a.m. at the Yakima Airport office. Finalists are Robert Jacobs, a veteran airport operations manager from Memphis, and Christopher Hopkins, who worked in aviation management and security nationwide. Both will interview with city leaders, and the city manager expects to make a final decision soon. And the holidays are officially arriving in Sunnyside with a full weekend of family-friendly festivities. It all begins tonight at Centennial Square, where the city is hosting its annual Kids Lighted Christmas Parade and tree lighting, complete with gifts, Santa visits, and plenty of holiday cheer. Then on Saturday night, the celebration continues with the Sunnyside Lighted Farm Implement Parade. Tractors, combines, and antique farm equipment decked out in thousands of Christmas lights will roll through downtown in what many consider the nation's oldest farm implement parade. And before the lights hit the streets, families can stop by the Sunnyside Christmas Market for holiday gifts, local vendors, and seasonal treats. 5:53 in your national headlines now this morning. President Trump says he met with the family of injured National Guardsman Andrew Wolf. On Thursday, the president posting a photo of his Oval Office meeting with Wolf's family. He wrote Wolf is in the process of healing, calling his family, quote, fantastic American patriots. Wolf and fellow National Guard member Sarah Beckstrom were shot when a gunman opened fire near the White House last week. Beckstrom died from her injuries. Wolf remains in serious condition, but is said to be showing positive signs of recovery. The shooting suspect pleaded not guilty to murder and assault charges earlier this week, and he's being held without bond. In your business headlines, jobless claims fell sharply during the shortened Thanksgiving week. New Labor Department data shows 191,000 people applied for first-time unemployment benefits during the week that ended November 29th. That's a drop of 27,000 from the prior week in that revised tally. However, claims activity typically dip during holiday weeks. Continuing claims fell by 4,000 to 1.93 million for the week that ended November 22nd. Level of continuing claims remains near a 4-year high. It indicates that it's hard for people to find work when they lose their job. Hiring activity has slowed this year amid heightened levels of uncertainty, waning consumer confidence, and household affordability concerns. 5:54 in your health headlines. New research shows loneliness is rising among adults 45 and older. AARP found 40% now say they feel lonely, up from 35% in past surveys. Men report higher loneliness than women, reversing earlier trends. And adults in their 40s and 50s are the loneliest age group. Experts say midlife stress and shrinking social circles play a major role. Key predictors include smaller networks, mental health challenges, and fewer close friends. Nearly half of lonely adults say they have fewer friendships than 5 years ago. And many older adults are turning to technology to stay connected with family and friends. But for others, tech can deepen isolation rather than fix it. Time to talk some sports this morning. Kraken came out firing in Edmonton, matching the Oilers' early pace and striking twice in the first period to keep things tight. Seattle kept applying pressure through all 3 frames, finding the net again in the second and the third, forcing Edmonton to spend much of the night in their own zone. But Oilers capitalizing on a few transition breaks and special teams chances pulling away late to win it 9-4. High-scoring hockey game. Despite the final score, Kraken created quality looks, spread out their scoring, and kept pushing until the horn. They look to build on that energy as they face off against Detroit and the Red Wings tomorrow.
9-4, is that a record?
9-4, right?
Where was the defense? Come on.
All right, trending this morning. Hey, there is nothing vanilla about Cloud Dancer.
That is the shade crowned Color of the Year for 2025 by the Pantone Color Institute. So take a look.
There it is.
Well, the organization, considered a top authority on color, forecasts trends and advises brands. Officials say Cloud Dancer is, quote, a billowy, balanced white imbued with a feeling of serenity.
Pantone's executive director added that Cloud Dancer also signifies people's desire for a fresh start. The Institute makes its annual decision after digging deep into current cultural references and then focusing on a color family.
The Color of the Year honor started in 1999. The brown-based Mocha Mousse won last year. In 2024, it was Peach Fuzz.
Cloud Dancer.
So the color of the it's just white?
No, it's Cloud Dancer.
It's Cloud Dancer, okay.
She is just white. No, Cloud Dancer. Are you gonna paint your whole house Cloud Dancer?
Well, you know, we always hear about the shades of gray, but I suppose there are many shades of white as well.
There you go. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, a major milestone for addiction recovery right here in our region. Coming up, we're going to take a look at a first-of-its-kind treatment center in the Tri-Cities and the community effort that made it possible. Plus, a baby boom at the LA Zoo, a critically endangered gorilla now on exhibit, and the newest arrival already turning heads. That's all coming up in your 6 o'clock hour. We're going to talk about why this birth marks a huge step for the species. And giving you a live look outside this morning from our Central Washington outdoor camera at the rodeo grounds in Ellensburg. Things not looking too bad yet, Josh.
Yeah. That is the key word. Yeah, this camera is going to be shaking. You know, all of our cameras going to be shaking a little bit later today. So I'll talk about the winds and maybe even a little bit of freezing rain for very early this morning. So that's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.